Hey everyone, it's Eric Chabot here. I am the director of Ratio Christi Student Apologetics Alliance at The Ohio State University and Columbus State Community College here in Columbus, Ohio. I also blog at thinkapologetics.com. Some of you follow my YouTube channel, and we've been doing campus apologetics for a number of years here in Columbus, Ohio. So I want to briefly talk about an important book that's come out over the last year or so. It's called How Not to Read the Bible, Making Sense of the Anti-Women, Anti-Science, Pro-Violence, Pro-Slavery, and Other Crazy Sounding Parts of Scripture by Dan Kimball. This is a really important book because I've noticed over several years that there's a tremendous amount of biblical illiteracy in our culture. A lot of people get their information from the Bible online. There's a lot of memes out there taking passages out of context from the Bible and then making fun of them. Passages about supposed slavery in the Bible or violence of the Old Testament or some anti-women passages, whatever it is. But it really shows where you're at as a culture, and that's the fact that people don't want to take the time to learn how to study the Bible. It's much easier to go online and just take a passage out of context and throw it up somewhere and make fun of the scriptures. So this book is an excellent resource. Obviously, we can't guarantee that skeptics are going to read this book because they may not even care or want to take the time to understand the Bible. But we as Christians are called to be disciples of Jesus, and we're called to be diligent students of the Word. So I think this is an excellent resource for all of us. And, even if people around us are not taking the time to learn how to study the Bible, we as Christians cannot afford to do that. And we can't be lazy and act like we're biblically illiterate as well. We have to show that we know the basics of Bible interpretation. Now, this book goes over things such as cultural analysis. It talks about genre criticism. It talks about learning the basics of taking passages in the whole context, learning them in context, learning how they match up with the other parts of the Bible. And so we have to be able to answer these questions. And I think that this is an excellent resource for us to be able to do that. Now, you may say, well, I don't have the time to do that as well. Well, if you have time to go on Facebook and Instagram and all your other social media accounts, you have time to read this book. So I encourage you to get it. I encourage you to use it in your discipleship. It'll help you in your conversations with other people. And remember, sitting around at a Bible study with 6 or 7 more people and just asking, what does the passage mean to you, is not a Bible study, okay? We need to understand who it was written to, what was the original context, what audience it was written to, before we make an application into our own lives. And not to mention, I notice a lot of cults on campus take passages out of Scripture as well, and that's how they build their theology, so they don't have very good interpretive skills as well. So let's be diligent in learning how to study the Word and utilize this resource. It'll help us tremendously. And like I said, I don't expect the unbelieving world to desire to learn basics of Bible interpretation, but we as Christians are not called to be like the culture. We're called to be countercultural. So I hope this book will help you in your discipleship and how you talk to people about why we can trust the Bible and how to learn and interpret the Bible correctly. Have a good day.